Hello viewers, and welcome back to Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth. I'm your host, PBG and welcome to episode 5 of our Let's Play series. And the reason that we're starting off inside the menu today is because I wanted to show you guys what I've been doing inside my own game file over here. More or less because it will, well, play into what we'll be doing inside the Let's Play save file shortly. So with that said, I mean, this will probably take just 2 or 3 minutes. If you'd like to skip forward, do so. But I think checking out this stuff is it's fairly fascinating, and it'll set the pace for what we'll be doing inside our own game. Hopefully it loads up soon, or else we'd really be time crunched on that 2 to 3 minute zone there. But anyhow, I've been playing this match more or less on my own pacing, and I played the Pacifica faction, where the oceanic faction in the game here. So what happened inside this game was that I generated a standard sized game for us to play. There's a bit of there's a few islands here and there. There are 2 super large continents. Once again, this one's kind of like a U shape, and there's one that I haven't discovered yet, which is all the way over here on this side of the map. So my game started off over here with Freeland, and the name of the faction is Polystralia. So what had happened was that I grew over here, and I managed to pluck out a few more colonies here and there. But the main thing is that I managed to grab a whole bunch of land using trade inside this game, and I actually managed to conquer the Ark faction inside the game. As some of you guys may have noticed, Central, as we know, is the capital for the Ark faction. I have them snatched up here along with 2 of their colonies. So yeah, overall, one of the biggest things inside this match that I learned from was the fact that trade can be immensely profitable. Here I'm using a whole bunch of trade routes coming from my different locations, and they generate a whole lot of production first and foremost. And as you can see, especially using these trade vessel routes going to other factions, I can gain a lot of science and a lot of energy practically for free coming off of there. Though mind you, it does give them an advantage, and recently I've been trying to expand onto these island chains inside this particular game, more or less because inside this match I have 7 affinity in purity, which allows me to build a special type of unit here. It's a special type of a battle suit unit, and this thing does a whopping 40 strength, though it requires a block of titanium to build. So with that said, I wanted to nab some of that. Anyhow, in this game I more or less followed what my general idea of going for production, building up our guys, using a lot of trade, and eventually I managed to build quite the considerable army, which had recently finished off invading the remnants of Ark, which was just this vanguard town, and that's really where we left off. So checking out some of these guys, the Guardians are the updated versions of the Rangers, the Sentinels are the updated versions of the Marines, which were, if you remember, the updated versions of the soldiers. And over here I have an artillery piece, which is kind of a siege unit I was using to bombard Vanguard till it died. And just checking out the infrastructure that I had going on. Had a lot of fertile land developed over here, lots of farms, lots of mines and stuff like that near our capital. And I had enough time to build a road network here. So coming from Freeland to Chimbumba over here, there's a continuous road network that stems right into the colonies, where the cities that we've conquered over here, and this connects the entirety of my cities over here. And I'm busy extending the road down here to my allies, which are these guys, the Slavic Federation. So that's been going pretty well, I'd say. And inside this round of civilization, I did a whole bunch of exploring. I'm still sending out a few explorers here to probe some of the lands that I haven't been to, and in general it's been it's been a very fascinating learning experience for me, for how do you play the game and all that. And oddly enough, there's like a pack of 3 alien sea dragons over here. I know you can't see one at the moment, but I distinctly remember there being 3 inside this area. So that's kind of that. Going back to our game, I'll just load up our save file here and see what we can do inside the Pan-Asian cooperative game. So yeah, trade is by far, I mean, one of the most important things. So I think that's one of the things that we'll focus on. The other thing that I've noticed is that the performance for the game honestly isn't that great. As soon as you get into that 150 turn zone, the turns really start to boggle down. And with that said, I mean, with us playing on the standard settings, if you will, that might be a problem. But anyhow, jumping back into our game, let's get these Marines to do some more exploring. We'll probably pick up another Explorer unit soon enough. But when we had last left off, it looks like we put out a Rover, or a Ranger unit. And, oh, one thing that I should mention is, yeah, that theme of how the planets look and all, this one is distinctly more browner than the planet that I was playing on. But anyhow, checking out a trade here, I believe we only have, yeah, one trade route set up, so that's not good. In that case, let's build another trade convoy, and let's send that out. And over here, I'm going to build a trade depot right away, because that'll be very useful. So, we'll get those things going. I'm going to send this Ranger unit around to protect our outpost over here. And, oh my, would you look at that, we still have a trade convoy here, so in that case, I think I'll send this one to, perhaps, yeah, because we have shielding for these convoys, so they won't be attacked by the aliens. I think we'll just send it to our buddies at the, yeah, the Franco-Iberian people over here, so we'll send that over there. That'll give us, yeah, 7 energy, plus 7 energy per turn, and plus 5 science from the looks of it. So, trade very powerful. And we'll try to use that to our advantage here as best as we can, because it's rather helpful. And the other thing is that they'll be quite happy that we're sending them energy, further giving us a bit of a boost. Now I'm going to probe around here, and I'm going to see whether or not we can find some more of those artifacts or those expeditionable locations to check out, because those are actually quite valuable. So let's get these guys to bound over here, check out what the Slavic Federation is doing. Let's get these guys over here. They should be fine, and that is the trade convoy. And we finished one trade convoy over here. Checking out our headquarters over here, I wanted to see how many trade routes we can have. So I know the trade depot gets 2. I think the one of the factory buildings actually gives us another one eventually, like one of the quest things will pop up, but it doesn't look like it does, or it does have that, so I think our capital already has the maximum amount of trade, but that doesn't stop us from doing more trade. The thing about trade is that it only goes one way, in the sense that as soon as we change the origin city for our trade route, so long as you have a depot, you can send off 2 trade convoys from that city. But mind you, that doesn't impact how many you can receive there. So with that said, we can send off a few there, or at least that's my current understanding of it. Either way, we'll send off 2 like that. Over here, we have a few aliens that I'm thinking of exterminating right now. So we'll see what we can do about that. One of the things about my previous game was that not a lot of aliens came up. There was only 1 alien nest, and with that said, they were clustered around my where the ARC was. So with that said, I had a really easy start there, which was quite nice. And I think from over here, what we'll do is that we'll send a trade route to our furthest colony, which is over here. And this will give them 3 food per turn, it's plus 6 production, and in return they'll actually give us 4 production and 1 food, or give Kuei Yin over here 1 food and 4 production, so it's very helpful. Once I send that off, the game should hopefully recalculate, and as you can see, the growth went from 4 to 2, and I wasn't really keeping track of the production, but either way, it decreased, so it's quite nice. So, we've got that stuff done. Let's see what we can do about pushing these creatures back, because I'd like to open up this area for development. And with that said, I'll see what I can do about bringing some might over there. Now, Marines are especially useful for that, so we'll see what we can do about that. And over here, I could attack those units, but nah, I think I'll probe forwards. And let's see what we can do about setting up for perhaps an attack on that unit of, what are these, raptor bugs, soon enough. So these guys will just wait for now, and hope for the best next turn. let's probe forwards even more over here. Grab a marine, put them over here. And let's build another, let's build another trade, not trade vessel, but a trade convoy, because we can still have one more coming from Kuei-Yin. In the meantime, let's get them building a laboratory, let's build a crypto nursery there. Over here, I really want to manage your health, so focus on building health-based structures, and as you may have noticed inside my other match of this, that was a recurring issue where health was really starting to limit what I could do. Try to take down these guys. And we'll see what we can do about finishing them off shortly. Yeah, they're on a hill, so my buggies over here can't really do their full amount of damage to them, which is rather unfortunate.
Biochemistry on this world?
And there we go, we got biochemistry. So that is quite nice, but for now, I think what we'll go for is genetic design, which will allow us to build the gene garden, which is another pretty useful thing in the sense that it'll allow us to get some more health. But just briefly, I'll check whether or not we can grab something else that's good for health. Let's see. Oddly enough, I mean, biology doesn't help you with that, which is weird. Bionics does, but it's percentage-based, so in my opinion, it's not as valuable as, say, like a flat one just yet. I guess in this case, we'll just go with genetic design. We'll get that. That'll allow us to do the gene garden, +1 to science and health, though it requires a level in purity, so we might have to work on that beforehand. In that case, I don't think we can get it right now, so in that case, I'm going to search around for probably one of the things that we can grab, say, right now. Ooh, in that case, I think the only one really is bionics. In that case, we'll go for robotics instead, more or less because that gets us tactical jets, which are very, very useful in taking out enemy units, which are just occupying tiles such as that. So I'll get those guys to clear out those people. I'll get some more scouting over here, and from the looks of it, we're approaching some sort of a den over there. Let's get these guys moved and set up for another attack. And here we have the option of bombarding this giant worm thing. And you know what, we'll do that. Since we have one level in harmony, I think we'll be able to do a slight amount of damage to these guys before they get pissed off. Well, not necessarily a slight amount. So long as you eliminate them from one area, they don't necessarily come back is the thing. They need a nest to respawn. So that's that. And, oh, would you look at that, we gained another trade convoy. But unfortunately, we had to change the trade route location, so that'll take an extra turn to set them up. But once we do, those will be extremely, extremely valuable. So, in that case, let's build a ranger for now. This thing's building a farm, which will be done in one turn, and we'll just let that go. Get rid of these things, just like that. And, damn, I should have veteraned them earlier, but oh well. We'll keep them like that. And I guess for now, we'll move these here. Let's get these guys healed up over here. Let's, yeah, I'm guessing there's a den inside that area. And given our current stance on those guys, I don't think it would be good to go near them, perhaps? So they might retaliate. Alright, so there we go. We're going to pull our guys back. Farm is done over here, so that's good. And I'm going to start to remove a few of these energy collector locations, more or less, because we don't need them anymore. And let's see, let's get another trade route going. Let's get this one going to, I want to conquer green at one point, but I think right now they're a pretty good trade partners. We'll send that over there, grab us a minor amount of research and a large amount of, oh, don't want to attack that, of cash for energy. And let's build a pharma lab over here. That'll help us out. Let's grab some more damage for these guys, and let's get the Marines to continue finishing off these wolf things. And, oh, that's right, these guys aren't ranged units. They can't attack from that far away. Get city to do some more damage to this thing. Now, this thing might be a bit of a problem, but you get quite a big bonus for taking out those siege worms in the form of a quest. So I'll see what I can do about that. And, oh, would you look at that, now we have the ranger. And eventually those guys will be able to rain down fire from one tile away on enemies, making them very, very nice and happy. There we go. Oh, actually almost got rid of them. Ah, and there we go. Found an alien. We found a resource pod over there. Might have to try to grab that at some point. For now, let's drop some more. Oh, damn it. They really need to have a undo button for that. I keep on clicking the auto explore thing. Especially when I don't want to, or in the worst situations. I just really hope that the siege one doesn't do anything. Let's see, what is this all about? We noticed that you have been removing miasma near our lands. We'd like to ask you to stop. Alright, then we'll stop removing it from their territory. Not that I don't really understand why that's a bad thing, but fair enough. Alright, and let's pull these guys back into our territory, give them a bonus, and heal them up just like that. Ooh, that's actually our Rangers unit. I thought that was another unit of Marines. Damn, these guys should be able to last for one turn though. So in that case, these two will just heal up in the meantime and we'll send them in soon after. We'll grab the research pod right now though. Grabs us some science and finishes off a quest, which is quite nice. Now, hopefully these aliens don't attack our rangers, but they probably will. They have a strength value of 3 when they fight in melee, but they have 8 in ranged combat. And the thing about these guys is that they can attack using ranged fire, not necessarily at a range, but even if they're at point blank. So it's quite nice that you can, you can use them like that. And the other thing is that we'll just try to finish off that worm. Right, so that area should be taken care of. Let's grab a laboratory over here. That should size things up. These guys should continue to defend. And let's get these Marines to come down into this black area and see what's going on there. Right, so that clears up the area to the north here. And oh, there we go, now we produce another Marine, so we send that out. And hey, we have 2 of them for some reason stacked up inside our capital, so we'll get both of them moving out. Let's go to production over here, and let's build a... I don't want to build another worker so far. But, what do I want here then? Let's do another ranger then. And I guess inside this area, let's build a pharma lab where... Pharma lab. These guys are going to gain veterancy, so we level them up and we get them to fortify until they're healed. And these guys over here, let's bound them up on top of this hill, so next turn they can presumably get a shot onto that worm. And there. Should probably check our quests though, just in the event that we don't have this one. So yeah, if you can kill a worm, you apparently get a buff for it, or something from it. And for these other ones, we just have to do... Oh, build this explorer over there, launch 2 orbital units, and this one, that one I'm not really sure what it is about, but we'll do those tasks in due time. For now, let's see, let's switch some of our production over here to farming. Because I want that food, I want the people, the population, there we go, to grow faster rather than... save more energy. We can do without more energy, but we're can't really do without more people. So we'll do something like that. And that worm is gonna melt soon, so that's quite nice. I think we'll just automate exploring with those guys. And over here with the Marines and all, let's get them to stack up on the frontiers here. Because any of these units coming into contact with the with that worm thing is gonna be dead instant. Yeah, it's gonna be just instantaneously obliterated. But oddly enough, it doesn't attack the city, so we'll just continue abusing that trait. So we'll hit that again, do some damage, and seeing as how it just sits still, we'll just let it do its thing, really. And over here, let's build a... You know what, let's just build a launch complex. There's nothing really... necessary that we need to build there. We'll build a thorium reactor over here. Let's build another trade depot over here so we can really take advantage of the trade there. Nope, that was meant to be a fortify once again, but oh well. Get these guys moved, get these guys set up. No! What is the hotkey for fortify? I really need to figure that out. It's probably F. And yeah, it is F, so I'll just do that instead from now on. And ooh, that worm is almost gone. Let's see, we have a few Marines here. And oh, actually, the Marines can finish this thing off right now. Let's do this. Yikes, would you look at that? 4 guys in one fell sweep like that. But luckily we got it, finished them off, and there we go.
Question or rest, which makes them good role models for the rest of you.
Lots of energy, lots of stuff coming from that one. I'm actually kind of surprised that it doesn't give you anything for, say, for affinity, for affinity, for purity though. So that's that. Let's see what else we can do. Right, in this case, we might as well go for, say, I want to do the purity chain of these affinities. So with that said, we might as well do gene mapping right now. Or actually, no, genetic design, because that'll, or no, that requires 2 affinity, just remember that. So in that case, we might as well do gene mapping right now. And then afterwards, we'll see what else we can grab, because I remember getting a lot of affinity from random events, oddly enough. Well, not random events, but artifacts, oddly enough, in the previous match that I showed you guys. Right now, though, we'll grab a little bit of extra healthcare from having military units on the field. So that's quite nice, and we'll try to get this explorer to that satellite so we can see what we can find there. So recharge it, and somebody brought this up. You can recharge these explorers at your cities. They don't necessarily come with a pre-selected amount of those modules, so that's quite nice. Ooh, not a good place to explore. Yeah, those guys are gonna get ripped up real fast. So those guys are gonna die kind of a pointless death there. But the game decided to explore there, so not too much we can do about it. Right. Finished construction over here. I guess we'll grab an auto plant. Right, let's get this explorer stocked up. And, oh, didn't mean to move the combat over there. But shortly we'll get that exploration team go into the crashed satellite over here and get that thing moved out. We should probably put down a satellite right over inside this area. One that clears the miasma. Because I mean, those satellites can be actually really, really valuable. And with that said, we'll wait until this launch complex is finished, which incidentally might give us, or no, that's actually firmly inside our launch radius, which is quite nice. But what I can do now is I can go into where I should probably buy something here first and foremost. Go over here. We could get a auto plant, or we could get a miasmic repulsor. Here's what I'll do. We have once you start trading, you get a whole ton of cash, and what I can do is that I can just purchase the miasmic repulsor like that, and then switch over building that to that auto plant. With that said, now, rather next turn, we should be able to launch that repulsor, and that'll be the end of the story for this area right here, which would be nice too, because then we get access to the 2 titanium and stuff over here. Fire excite would be actually really useful. And yikes, that is going to be not too good. So pull those guys back, grab this rocket, and we'll fire it off, just covering everything inside that radius. So there we go. We get a lump sum of energy from that, which practically makes up the cost for the thing as well. So that's not bad. And one trade convoy has expired. That one used to go to our other city. I don't think we still need that, so I think we'll send this off to the Slavic capital, and that'll give us 14 quid, which is just really, really nice. Yeah, the power of trade, folks. So there we go, and they're also delighted at the fact that we're trading with them too. So very, very nice. Right, so it's going to take a few turns for this this anti-miasmic array to actually purify the lands. So with that said, I'll get them to just wait around. We could get them to do a minor amount of exploration, like something like that in the meantime. So while that's happening, that'll be good. Another rune appeared. And I have a feeling that the game just passively replenishes these, so we'll try to get another explorer team pumped out shortly, and we'll get it to come over here and to explore that as well. Those can also be very, very valuable. But in the meantime, genetic mapping will finish. We get the purity bonus from that. And now what'll happen is that our aliens won't attack our explorers, which is quite nice. And let's just grab planetary survey, because it takes 1 turn to grab now. And we'll get a team to go into that area shortly. Let's grab our guys here. Let's grab them and get them healed up. I'm going to send a raid over here to take care of some of the aliens right there. So that should level up our military, and at the same time it should grant us a bit of other stuff if we grab the alien nest. But we'll see.
All planets possess.
Right, so there we go. We get deep water or something. We're just going to start the expedition over here right now. Eventually the miasma will be cleared up, and by that time I hope that our units still have health points left. So that's the idea over there. Right now, let's get bionics, I guess, for no. Ballistics would give us a rocket battery, so it increases how much damage our cities can do to things near them, and it gives us a stellar codex. Not to say terribly useful. Computing would give us access to a pretty handy research building called the Network, and it also unlocks a spy agency, so we can do the diplomacy, or the covert action portion of the game. You guys, I would imagine that would be something that would interest you guys, so I think we'll research it for the sake of checking that portion out. Let's just get our guys set up for a shot over here as well. Ah, they're gonna finish them off for us. Perfect. Ooh. It reminds me, we have to take those guys off automation and pull them back, just like that. So, what happened here? Looks like they finished building their trade depot, so we'll get some trade coming to them shortly. And over here, we still need to improve our healthcare. So gradually, I'm just gonna build a whole bunch of clinics and whatever produces healthcare. And yeah, healthcare was a problem in my other game as well. So with that said, looks like that's also happening here. And what happened over here? Your expedition team has salvaged from the wreckage of the crash site of some kind. We got some preliminary research, evidently, on artificial intelligence, so that's quite nice. And evidently, I think we got a second team of explorers. Is that right? That's weird. Okay. Or no. Oh, I see. The icons are just layered on top of each other. Okay, so figure that one out. Quest decision time. Asylum or settlement? There are survivors aboard the spacecraft, so I'm guessing that relates to that satellite or something along the lines of that. They were human once, but now there's something different. We call them the augmented. Like us, they settled on a new planet, but where our world sustains life, theirs was harsh and violent. They tried to adapt themselves with technology, but unfortunately that didn't work out too well. So now they're here, and we can let them settle with us, or alternatively we can let them settle on their own. These grant us affinities, and I'm going to try to go for purity, so I'm going to go with the one that grants us that. Over here, let's put a trade convoy so we can send that off to one of our new places to get that settled up. And I think we'll build a farm for this settlement. Let's get these guys healed up over here. These guys, I'm going to put them on fortified stance as well. And that should help out. It's a shame though, I wanted to explore this area down here, but I think now it's all solidified in the enemy's borders. So that is rather unfortunate. But anyhow, let's get this back to our headquarters, grab another one of those modules, and send it back out. What does it want me to do? Oh, that's right, it's on the road network still, so it can still move, which is quite nice. And we have a free convoy, so we'll send that back out. And that'll be that. Huh. I'm gonna start building the gene vault over here. Hopefully it won't be finished before we get to it. It produces 4 food, 1 culture, and gives us a straight buff of, well, 10% onto food production for wherever really, so it's quite helpful. Yeah, we'll try to stomp down on them. Let's get the trade convoys set up. And I think we'll just continuously produce a few more trade convoys for the time being. And that'll be that. Right, so now that we have our little exploration set up, I think this would be a nice place to take a bit of a break. So with that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow, or whenever I post the next video, really. Bye-bye till then.